Hello there, everybody. This is Gerald Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Luigi's Mansion 2 playthrough. Last time, we started our adventure in the Dark Moon Quest and completed most of Gloomy Manor. And as a result of that, we've also unlocked the Haunted Towers, but we have not stepped inside of the place yet. So in today's session, we're going to clean up the Gloomy Manor by picking up the 2 missing gems. And then after that's done, we'll be heading into the Haunted Towers. And hello, Super Colex. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And yes, I agree. I'm very happy that I have been able to stream like once a day for like the past few days, but don't get used to this consistency, unfortunately, because as I've mentioned during the first day, which was back on Sunday, my mother was on a little mini vacation, dog sitting my aunt's dog. And she's going to be coming home tomorrow, so after today's stream, we're probably going to be going back to like 1 stream a week. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. 1 a week, if at all possible. I can't make any sort of promises because life loves throwing me curveballs very often, like so often it makes my freaking head spin and makes me turn into an angry volcano. Or in other words, the angry emotion from the movie Inside Out. But anyway, as far as the first gem is concerned, I did pull up a text guide with images of where these gems are. So, the first gem that we need to find is the drop amethyst, or whatever the hell it is. The drop gem. Let's just call it that for simplicity's sake. And according to the guide, it is in Mission A3. So with that in mind, let's head on in. And funny enough, the next gem that we need to find after this gem is in Mission A4. So, A3 and A4, how convenient. Alright, so, according to the guide, we need to interact with this suit of armor. And funny enough, I've actually tried to do this before, but for some weird reason, the game's like, nah, you can't be doing this right now, buddy. I also hate how Egad feels like interrupting me, but I get it. I get what he's trying to say here. Alright, fire away. And there's the gem. Oh, baby. Alright, now it's a matter of speedrunning the rest of the mission and just hopping in, hopping out. Unfortunately, even if you do happen to get the gem, you can't just bounce after collecting it. You do have to complete the mission in order for it to count. Because if you don't, then you're going to be in some serious trouble. In other words, you'll have to collect the gem all over again. Okay, we used the crank in the foyer. Investigate the music from the library. Oh right, this is the one I can sequence break now that I have the dark light. Had to think for a moment, what the heck am I supposed to do here? Jeez. Just goes to show, like, I'm trying to go fast. I wonder what speedrunners do when it comes to this game. How do they speedrun this game? I probably should have watched a speedrun of the game, to be honest. That probably would have been really helpful. Whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal. There is one more thing worth mentioning when it comes to the birds, and that is, if you get too close, they may either fly erratically and try to attack you and swarm you like a swarm of angry bees, or they may fly away, which is the preferred option, but even so, just saying. Okay, got the key, now we can head to the library. And speaking of the library, believe it or not, that's where the next gem is. However, it does not spawn during this mission. So that does kind of stink. I really hate the fact that not all gems spawn during every single mission. That's really annoying. And that is one thing I do prefer with the first Luigi's Mansion is if you know where something is and you are able to get to it, regardless of what area you're in, so long as you are able to get there, you can get the thing. Unless you have to do a sequence of events in order to get it to spawn, like certain diamonds, gems, and things like that. I'm just saying. Alright, let's deal with you now. I just figured this out. I had no idea that you can use the dark light for it. I figured, you know what, let's do something different. There's one. And as you can see, we're really making great use of our new dark light power. I mean, not dark light, but our vacuum power. One more thing worth mentioning, too, is when it comes to these ghosts in particular, if you happen to flash them too early, just before they throw their books at you, they'll use it as a means of shielding their eyes. So, you would be kind of screwed in that regard. How are the ghosts picking up things? Wouldn't that go right through them? Yes, that normally would be the case. I guess you can say this is video game logic we're talking about here. It also begs the question, how is it that ghost-type Pokemon are even able to hold their trainers or just hold things in general? I'll tell you. They can temporarily make themselves tangible. Don't know how they're able to do it, but they can do it. It's the reason why the one ghost bonked into a frickin' wall in sheer panic. I don't even know how that's even possible, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, that's that gem down. On to the last one, which, according to the guide, is in Mission A4, as I mentioned previously. Okay, let's move on, please. That would be fantastic. Thank you. Alright, visual tricks. Let's go. And according to this one, this is back in the library, like I've mentioned during Mission A3. So, we need to get to there, and then after that we'll have to complete the rest of the mission as per usual. I really do love the fact that you can, quote-unquote, sequence break certain missions and just complete them that much more quickly. It's just a real shame that only applies to the first mansion and not any of the others. You have to complete them the intended way. Why is it that they only do that for the first one and not the rest is beyond me. It's really dumb. But I guess this is where speedrunners come into the mix or come into play and try to break the game into a million pieces. Which I'm sure they have successfully done so with a frickin' iron fist. Know what I mean? Oh, hi there, Golden Bird. Never noticed you before. If you happen to flash a Golden Bird, you'll get some additional bills, which, that's pretty neat. As far as how many bills can spawn from a Golden Bird, I don't know. Here we are. That takes care of that one. If I recall correctly, I think this is the one where you have your first encounter with the booze. It's boolicious. I'll deal with you first. I hate those guys so much. I don't think so. Ah. God, this is why I hate dealing with ghosts with weapons, because they always seem to ruin my frickin' plans. And they always ruin my captures, too. Always. And no, I'm not talking about capturing a creature in Mario Odyssey. Just saying. Oh, yeah. Okay, back to the library. So for this one, we need to reveal something in here. And according to the image in here, it is somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. Gotta say, these boos definitely are very, very tricky. Okay. Oh, there it is. I guess I just had to blow it away. And there we go. We're done. We're done when it comes to that, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know if the boo is going to spawn in here right now, or if I have to run around the mansion before they decide to spawn. That would be pretty funny if they did spawn in here, but that's not the case. Hello. Seriously, game? There's not really a lot of action in the game. It feels kind of slow, in your opinion. Perfectly fair. That is a fair opinion to have. I know it seems like this game is pretty dang slow, but if you play the Persona game, like Persona 3, 4, or 5, then yeah, those games are pretty slow too. The action only starts getting underway once you head into that game's respective dungeons. But even so, just saying. It's not like a Luigi's Mansion game needs to be action-packed all day, every day. What do you think this is, Call of Duty or Fortnite? Yeah, no. Don't think so. Well then. What's kind of hilarious is that even though I know the door disappeared and I have a dark light in hand, those spirit balls will not spawn in the room which you shine the balls in. You have to do it from the intended room, which is the lab. I guess it's because you're more used to actual gameplay in the Mario franchise. Fair enough. So you're more into games like Super Mario Odyssey where things are happening almost all the time, which... that's fine. That's perfectly valid opinion to have. Hi there. And there we go. Beautiful. Takes care of that. Alright, off to the lab now. Once we take care of this and take care of this mission, we'll finally be able to progress further into the game's incredible narrative. I mean, a Mario game having a narrative, I mean, what the heck is this? Super Mario RPG? Funny enough, I did do a stream playthrough of Super Mario RPG several years ago, actually. Yeah, jumping on enemies thing and rescuing the princess in the castle, that sort of stuff. And that's fine. Like I mentioned before, Luigi's Mansion and just the entire Luigi's Mansion series is just a completely different style of game. I guess you can say it's a kid-friendly version of a survival horror game. So instead of playing something like, say, Resident Evil 4, which, you know, is not that bad of a Resident Evil game as in terms of scariness and blood and gore and things like that. That probably wouldn't be too good for the kitty wings. Something like this with ghosts that are, you know, intimidating but not so scary that it's going to give your kids nightmares. You know, it's one of those games where they're there to have fun. They're there to go ghost busting as if they were a freaking Ghostbuster. I slipped. I slipped off the frickin' trigger. Dang it. That is one thing about the Switch Pro controllers and really just the Joy-Cons in general. And that is very easy to accidentally slip off of your buttons, especially when you're in the heat of a battle or in the middle of something important. There we go. Now we got a duplicate of the frickin' dark light.
Oh. Yellow.
There we are.
Ciao.
Alright, next. Oh, right. I was like, why can't I open the door? Because the door's not there, dingus. You know, I just noticed there was no chime saying, "Hey, you did it! You got the thing! Congratulations!" Maybe it was because I accidentally got hit by one of those little spirit ball things. Maybe that's why the thing didn't show up. And I guess it's a good thing I went through the kitchen early, because that also meant that I was able to clear out the ghosts, and then I don't have to worry about them respawning whatsoever. So that's pretty nice. Alright, time for the booze. And like I mentioned before, since this boo is a target and a mission goal, and it's also a mandatory boo that you have to deal with, this particular boo, even though we caught him once before, it will not count towards our totals again. So, in other words, it's a duplicate. Now that was a lucky set of bounces.
Oh yeah.
Okay, come on now. God, I hate it when the missions take longer than necessary like that.
Oh yes.
Did Luigi just teleport to the dining room table, or am I crazy? Where's Mario, Peach, and Toads at when Luigi is doing all this? Well, who the heck knows? And here, I was not even trying to go for 3 stars just because, well, I wanted to get the gem and just bounce on out of there. We got places to be and things to do. And now that we collected all the gems for the Gloomy Manor, now I get to show off what the first Manor's gem set is like. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and deposit what we have. Excuse me? At the very least, doing these extra runs will grant us a little bit of extra coins if we happen to find any. So that's pretty good, all things considered. Excuse me. Alright, I need a quick drink before we continue. Okay, gem collection and Gloomy Manor. Now that we have everything, we've unlocked a statue for it. So let's take a quick look at it. Getting these statues is just something you can do for an extra completion bonus. And what's pretty interesting is that these statues are all the same, essentially. They feature a different pose of Luigi in a crystallized, terrestrialized state. Kind of. The only thing missing is like a type crown, you know? Still, it is pretty cool. But, like I said, the poses are different each time. And, of course, each set of gems are going to be more and more difficult to find as we continue to make our way through the game. So, speaking of going through the rest of the game, it's time to head into Haunted Towers. These remarkable towers are built around a colossal tree. The original owners had a liking for gardening and exotic plants, which are growing out of control. And now it's time for Mission B-1, a job for a plumber. The tower's machinery isn't active. I guess the ghost broke it already. We need to get the hydro generator running before we can search for the next moon piece. Be true. Our quest is taking us to a new location, Luigi. Aren't you excited? It's kind of funny how he just nodded no. No? Oh. Come on, where's your sense of adventure, son? Our work is far from done. We need to get a handle on these ghosts or who knows how far they'll spread. And there's only one way to fix this mess. Restore the dark moon and place it back up in the sky. My periscope is located the next piece somewhere in these haunted towers. They've been abandoned for some time now, so they're teeming with exotic plants and, naturally, ghosts. The towers are in bad shape, and their water system seems to be broken. If only we had a plumber around here. Oh wait, we do have one, sonny boy. Anyway, You see, the haunted towers feature a complex water system that powers all the machinery. So the first thing on your to-do list will be to check the hydro generator. Okay, that seems simple enough. And thankfully, it's not too far from our starting location. That's nice. Oh, and keep an eye out for new types of ghosts. That goes without saying. Good luck, young feller. Alright, off we go to the haunted towers. And of course, I still have my guide ready to go. And according to the guide, there are 2 gems to find here. The first one can be found not too far from our starting position. But of course, we'll worry about that when we get there. For now, it's time to head inside. It's all inside JCPenney. Nice landing. Okay, time to get started now, shall we? Now, despite the guide I have pulled up listing all the gems, it does not list all the boos. That is a separate guide, which is kind of unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Oops, forgot to shine the light on the birds. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Hey you, let's take a look in here. Funny enough, this is where the hydro generator is. Looks like that big guy's having a bit of trouble figuring out how the heck this machine even works. Although it is pretty interesting to see them interact with these things. It's kind of fun, you know? There we go. Gate is now unlocked. Now ready to explore the place. And there's quite a bit of things to explore around here. However, we should check out that hydro room first, before we go into any other part of the mansion. And the reason why? Well, for one, it's our primary objective. 2, oh hi, how you doing? Funny enough, while you're interacting with this fan, a golden mouse will spawn, so you need to quickly interact with the fan, then flash your flashlight. After that, that's when you can start making bank. It's very easy to miss the mouse too, especially your first time playing through this mansion, because you never know. You may not even notice that it's even there. Also, you may be wondering, what's up with this goopy yellow goop? No, it's not from a shiny Gudra, as much as I hate to say it. Unfortunately. It's from something far more gross. And once we reach our final destination for this mission, you'll see what I mean. For now, though, if I can speak English. English, you fool! Do you speak it? Ah, man. Couldn't quite catch the ghost. Oh well. Unfortunately, it is a scripted event, so in other words, you can't catch it even if you want to.
Oh. Yellow?
Just as I feared. The hydro generator seems to be in good condition, so the water pump must be clogged. Why don't you check the water supply on the roof? And as far as where the roof is, according to the map, it is a very, very long way up. Although, that does beg the question, where is the roof? As you can see, this place is like 5 floors deep. I gotta say, this is a very, very tall place. Kinda reminds me of the Haunted Hotel in Luigi's Mansion 3. Albeit, it's nowhere near as tall. There are a lot more floors with that place in particular. Still, though. Oh, stupid bat! Get the hell out of here! Well, I got my wish. Still, I hate the fact that it gave me a little slap across the face for disturbing its resting place. So dumb, I swear. Okay, first gem is located just across the water here. Funny enough, Luigi, for whatever reason, cannot just pull himself up to these stairs. You have to take the long way around like a freaking sheep. Why? I don't get it. He is... I don't know his exact height. I think it's like 5'4", maybe 5'5". He's a little bit taller than Mario, that's pretty obvious, but still, come on, man. You're supposed to be Jumpman number 2, aka the one who can jump higher than everyone else. Can't you jump with the vacuum on your back? Well, then again, maybe he can't. Maybe it weighs like a ton. Maybe it weighs quite a bit. And he's barely able to carry it on his back as is. Regardless, though, it is still really, really strange. Oh, hi. Stupid frickin' ghost. I hate that. I hate fighting these freaks in this teeny tiny space. Because you have to wait for them to get ready to charge, then and only then can you actually try to catch them. Funny enough, during my first playthrough, I thought before you had to wait till after they charge, but thankfully you can stun them before they begin their charge. So in other words, once they raise their shovel and go, eek, that's when you can shine the light on them and show them the image of the Lord. Just saying. What do we have over here? Just some frogs. And we also have something else over here, too. Believe it or not, I think that's where another gem is located. Either that, or it's where some additional treasures can be found. Even so, we'll check it out in due time. As far as when, we'll be able to do so shortly. Anywho, there's the first gem. As far as where the second gem is, according to this, it is... It's located elsewhere. As far as where exactly... Oh, hello. This is basically screaming, hey! Oh, hi there, you stupid bat! Get back here! And it's gone. Gosh dang it. Those gold creatures really tend to stick around only for a few seconds before they vanish without a trace. God, I hate these spirit balls so much. And no, we're not going to be unleashing any sort of spirit bombs around here. I also apologize if I sound tired. That's because I am. I'm still kind of waking up here. I am trying. I'm trying to min-max my streaming time. In other words, I'm trying to stream as much as I possibly can. I mean, I've been going on for 4 days in a frickin' row here. And that's something I have not been able to do, like, ever. The most amount of streams I've done per week is 3. And that's, like, not in a row. Just saying. Well, before we deal with them, I really do feel like there is something I need to shine this dark light on, but... Okay, yeah. We can't do much else right now around here. Okay, now, you may notice, starting in the last mansion, aka, the first one, the Gloomy Manor, you may have noticed these little reticles that appear occasionally whenever you have something that you sucked up and are ready to shoot it like a frickin' rocket. Getting the cursor to appear over your designated target is a bit of a pain in the behind. Why? Well, it's a bit clunky to say the least. No water. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll be doing something about this. Also, be careful of this beginner's trap right here. You step through the floor and you're going back down. Oh boy, we got this fun little section. If you want to get through this in one piece, just run. Just run straight through. Forget about what the birds are about to do to you if they happen to hit you. Just run. You'll be fine. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't hesitate, just go. What the hell was that? Thank you, buddy, for being a good boy. Okay, how the hell did that mouse not get flashbanged? I knew that mouse was gonna frickin' interfere with my plans. Jerk. God, I hate the mice so much. Oh, really now? I don't even know what the hell hit me. Nice, triple capture. That made up for absolutely everything, including these stupid mice that need to go away. Okay, so there's the second gem. As far as how we're going to get to it, it's actually pretty easy. See these weird-looking plants here? Believe it or not, they act like a balloon. Just inflate it and, bada bang, bada boom, you're on your way. Just be careful when flying around. Otherwise, you may pop the thing and have a really hard landing. And I don't believe there is fall damage in this game, but it's still very much a possibility. So keep that in mind. By the way, if you want to descend faster, just simply start sucking in the balloon. Or the balloon plant, whatever the hell this thing is. And that's also how you get rid of it too, just suck it up. Now, when it comes to the gold balloons, and what they do is they will spawn a little coin following event. Be quick, otherwise you won't be able to get the reward for completing the challenge, which in this case is a treasure chest. And it will contain some more treasures, which is nice. You can keep the golden balloon if you want to, but once you suck it up, then that balloon is gone. I knew there was a way to get this thing in here. One more thing worth mentioning too, and that is, if you happen to fail a bonus minigame, such as the aforementioned golden balloon, follow the coin event, then unfortunately you can't just simply redo it. You have to restart the entire mission and then get back to that point before you can try again. It's kind of like Donkey Kong Country Returns with the It's minigames and how they work. And it's bullshit there, and it's bullshit here. Who knew that this ghost right here was so musically inclined? That's quite the tune. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. Well, that sucked. Oh well, no biggie. We'll just fly back up, and we'll try again. Just, again, be careful when flying around, and try not to hit any sharp objects, which, let me tell you, those hitboxes are deceptively big. So keep that in mind. Ooh. I'll definitely take the extra health. I most certainly am going to be needing it, for sure. Thank you, birds, for the free money. Wish I could have gotten all of it, but oh well, here's what it is. Oh, hi. Now then, time to deal with you. Dealing with that guy is really not that hard. Just wait for him to lift off the helmet and go like, "Yeah, boo boo, you can't get me." Something like that. And literally, just wait for him to lower his guard and then you'll be fine. Or it could be a her. Could be an it. Who knows? Really? I thought I was directly under this thing. Apparently not. If you're wondering what I'm doing just standing around here, I'm trying to fill this bucket with that icky goop. And the reason why is because you kind of need this goop in order to add enough weight to activate this switch. As you can see, these panels here only activate 2 panels at a time. And once you activate all 4 at once, then the water system will be back up and running again. If you try to flash 2 at once, then it's not going to count. It's going to be like, oops, you need to flash all 4, ding dong. Boom, baby. Nice and clean. Makes you wonder, how is it that they got unclogged in the first place? Oh, that's pretty nice. Kind of cute, actually. I was gonna say, did I miss the second gem? No, I didn't. I managed to get it. Okay. All done.
Oh, yellow.
Fantastic job, youngster. The water flow is slowly normalizing. Hold on, I'll pixelate you out of there in just a minute.
Ciao.
Sounds
I
good.
do it. Ha ha! Oh yeah!
Uh-oh.
Wow!
Maybe those ghosts aren't bad after all. They just want to have fun. Too true. That is a very real possibility. Although this ghost right here, he probably doesn't want to have fun. He wants cuddles. He wants hugs. Well, either way, say hello to this big fellow here. Ugh. I don't want to be spat on by him, that's for sure. Sounds like he's got quite the cold to deal with. As you can see, this guy has quite a lot of health, and he tends to be stationary. And of course, I still get hit by him in the end. I always tend to get hit by him at least once. I sure want cuddles and hugs.
Yellow.
Same, but not by him. Anyway, great job dealing with that rather rounded ghost. I'm bringing you back. Hold on to your hats and hold on to your butts. Because here we go. Mission complete, and I'll take the 2-star and head on out of here. Because I did lose quite a lot of health here. Yeah, called it. 75 health lost. God damn. Not exactly great. It is what it is. Okay. So, according to the guide here, there are 3 gems that I can grab in the next mission. So that's pretty nice. Great job, Luigi. Let's see that new ghost. Sounds good. Anywho, let's go ahead and deposit our gems, which look like emeralds, which is pretty dang cool. Ooh, almost up to our next upgrade. If I have to guess, the next upgrade is going to be Dark Light level 3. If I'm recalling correctly. Anywho, well, I'll be. I've never seen that kind of ghost before. And good job restoring the water flow. If this whole ghost hunting thing doesn't work out, you may have a future as a plumber. I guess Luigi really didn't like that. He'd rather go rescue princesses in the desert. But hey, whatevs. You'll be happy to know that the Haunted Tower's water system is now almost completely functional. I also have news regarding the Dark Moon piece. But why don't you take a break? You look a little soggy. Don't need to worry about that, my friend, that's for sure. I also realized I missed the boo for this mission, so we're gonna have to go back in and do some serious searching. Thankfully, we can just simply skedaddle. In other words, skip every single cutscene. I don't know why I completely missed out on the boo, but oh well. That's my fault for focusing purely on the gems. But hey, at the very least we can get a bit of a redemption arc here. By that I mean we get another chance at going for a 3-star ranking. We'll be able to finish this mission faster, and hopefully not take unnecessary damage like that, get some more treasures. And I'm pretty sure I've just forfeited the 3-star just by getting hit by a frickin' bird like an idiot. Okay, let's not be dumb here. I feel like the boo for this mission is located in a bit of a strange place. As far as where they could be, I cannot recall every single location off the top of my head. And if worse comes to worse, I can easily pull up another guide to where all the boos are. Which I may do in the next session, or I could do it in this one. It really depends on how I'm feeling. Really? I had to get hit during a freaking cutscene by a bat? God, that's dumb. Alright, give me the key. Thank you very much. I wonder why Nintendo can't make a Super Mario Mansion in the future. Maybe there will be something like that in Luigi's Mansion 4. Who knows? Wow, that's a lot of spirit balls here. Yoink! Hi there! Here's the boo. A 1 and a 2, and we all love my man-boo. Man-boo. Except for you. Yeah, don't think so. Time to go for a bounce. One more thing worth mentioning too when it comes to the boos and trying to get them to slingshot, don't take too long, otherwise they will retaliate. And when they do, their retaliation is swift and fierce. Oh, there we go. All done. And by the way, you don't need to scan that generator in order to progress. You can just simply leave the room after seeing the power come back on and the ghosts running away. You love how Luigi grabs those boos by the tongue. I agree. I love that little detail too. That's pretty fun. Alright, gotta blow this first. Then flash. And then we blow. Or suck. Whatever works. Again, I really wish Luigi could just climb this obstruction. Just climb that little ledge and progress further into that mansion. Or into this place in the Haunted Tower. Why is it that he can't do that? I don't know. Is the vacuum really that heavy? Well, then again, if he's able to fly around on a frickin' balloon plant using the vacuum and all, granted it's blowing air into it, then why is it that he can't climb things? It makes no sense. And why is it that he can only jump whenever he's in the middle of doing the sucky? I don't get it. Oh, I know. Video game logic. And I guess another reason could be that the devs didn't want you breaking the game into a million pieces too quickly, just by simply climbing. You know, being like a frickin' monkey. Just saying. Yeah. Kinda dumb if you ask me. But that's just me and my silly opinion. Anyone else feel the same? Do they feel like that? Do they also feel like that it's kinda dumb that Luigi can't just grip onto edges and pull himself up like a real man? Okay, let's deal with you guys again. Hopefully this time without being an idiot. Like me. Alright, next. I had no idea that they could do that. Well, this is a first for everything. Also, nice, I skipped the animation. Definitely wanted to do that too. I just got one of them spam texts. Get off of me, you stupid bats! God, I hate those things. And another thing too is if you happen to be charging your flashlight and the bat hits you, you lose the charge. From what I'm able to recall. Oops. Started trying to skip the cutscene a bit too soon. Oh my god. Suck up the thing. See what I mean about the targeting cursor being a pain in the behind? Sometimes, even if you are facing the enemy, the targeting cursor will appear and then disappear immediately, throwing you off your shot completely, or just throwing it into the trash. Why does that happen? I have no idea. It's dumb. It's really, really dumb. Not that you want to do it, but you do miss Banjo-Kazooie speedruns. Fair enough. I know what you mean when it comes to missing BK speedrunning. To be honest, I kind of miss it too, but at the same time, I kind of don't. Again, the whole reason why I even stopped speedrunning the game in the first place was just because I stopped having fun. I kept hitting one brick wall after another. Oh dear. Well, at least I got a double capture. That works. Oh my god, how'd that miss? Oh, excuse me, game, stop it. Well, I knew that was gonna happen. There was no, avoiding that, unfortunately. Excuse me? How the hell did I get hit? Clearly there was no shockwave there. Oh, that was close.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that shovel's really spinning around like a frickin' record player. Didn't expect that. Is it gonna fall over? I can walk right through the shovel. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that was pretty funny, not gonna lie. And yeah, just like you've mentioned, Super Colex, I do want to focus on other stuff that I find to be a bit more important. And like I mentioned previously, I don't have as much time as I used to. So, I have to prioritize doing stream playthroughs over much of anything else. Especially now with the whole YouTube thing, trying to get my watch time back up to like 4,000 hours of watch time, and unfortunately I'm still stuck at around 3,200 watch time hours as of right now. I really hate the fact that my watch time has dropped so low, and it just seems like it's next to impossible to get it back to where it needs to be. Can you get down here, you jerk? Come on now, please. Thank you. Jeez, talk about a pain in the ass. I do find it annoying that I did end up getting kicked from the YouTube Partner Program over a year ago, just because I didn't post enough updates in the YouTube Community tab. At that point in time, YouTube considered me to be inactive, just because, again, my computer was not exactly in the best of working order, and here I thought it was broken, and in actuality it was, but I don't know.
Hello?
That's back in the past. This is now. This is something I need to focus on. I need to focus on the here and now. Freaking ghostly goop. I suppose I should have just sucked up the goop first before trying to suck him up. Which, in hindsight, yeah, I probably should have done that.
Hello.
But here we are.
Ciao.
What can I say? I like going fast.
Oh, yes. Ho-ho. I did it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people missed me, and I miss streaming as well. It's just, again, due to technical reasons, I just couldn't stream again. Couldn't do it for quite a while. Not until I was able to get my hardware fixed. Or at least get it looked at to figure out what the heck was going on. Like, would my GPU really be going up in flames again? Or was it just a one-time thing where it just froze? I had no idea. I never bothered trying to fire up the computer again. And that's my fault. I definitely should have taken that chance, but I didn't want to risk damaging anything else. Oh well. Ooh, cool, we got our next upgrade, which is, just as I thought, Dark Light Level 3. The cooling component in the Dark Light device has reached its maximum efficiency now. Those ghosts can't hide from you. Too true. And as you may have noticed, there is one more upgrade after this. And then after that, we don't need to worry about collecting a bunch of treasures anymore. Of course, we can still collect them anyway for the sake of completion, and in fact, it's still an important factor when it comes to getting a high score, and also getting the 3-star rankings. Excuse me, but even so, just saying, we're almost done when it comes to upgrades already. Pretty nice. On to B2, the Pinwheel Gate. With the water flow restored in the Haunted Towers, we can resume our search for the Dark Moon Piece, and now I have a better idea where it might be. I'm guessing at the top of the tree? Place your bets. You found out yesterday that Beavis and Butthead is it's streaming on Paramount Plus. Huh, that's neat. Anywho, Luigi, want to hear the news about the Dark Moon Piece? Excuse me. Well, the Periscope is having a heck of a time trying to pinpoint its location. But then it hit me. I can analyze the Dark Moon pieces we already have to improve the precision. Naturally, I was right. And after a little tinkering, the Periscope produced better results. Remember that gigantic tree? The Dark Moon piece seems to be somewhere up there. So, we have a rough we know roughly where it is, but the hard part is getting there. It's an alright show, it's not something you'd watch all the time. Fair enough. Beavis and Butthead, like I mentioned in yesterday's session, is not for everyone. I haven't really watched the show myself. I've only heard of the culture, the cultural impact, and its controversies. I haven't actually watched the show itself. Anywho, let's continue. You'll need to cross the newly raised bridge and explore the interior of the hollow tree to find a way up. Got all that? Off you go! Excuse me. And funny enough, we don't actually need to go to our destination right away. We could do a little bit of exploring first, and really, I find that to be a real solid idea. Although, at the same time, it would be wiser to just proceed to where we need to go. This way, we're able to, or no. What I'm trying to say is, it's better to just go to our destination first, because we're going to be going that way anyway. We're going to be going to where we're going to be exploring. So, there you go. Well, now that we have the water running... Oh, hi there, Mr. Bat. Oh my god. Frickin' bat! I swear, man! They always have to spawn in the worst way possible and ruin my frickin' charge. Although I didn't have a charge to begin with, but you know, they're stupid. They're really freaking stupid. And I hate it. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Just some more bills. And no, I'm not talking about hills that are sitting on top of Capitol Hill. So, how are you folks doing today? As for me, I'm doing okay. I'm a bit tired, as you can probably tell throughout the past hour and 2 minutes. But even so, just saying, how are you all doing? That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay, Super Colux. Now then, let's continue now, shall we? And like I said, you don't absolutely need to head towards the front gate right away. Funny enough, we did actually interact with the front gate during our first run of the level, or during the first mission. But we couldn't really go inside because Luigi suddenly got a freaking gravity sort of status ailment inflicted on him, so in other words, he couldn't climb even if he wanted to. It's dumb. I feel like that's there for some reason. Hello, what do we have here? I feel like I can do something with that tile. Nice aim. Nice shooting, dude. Whatever. Let's just take care of this. Whoa, hi there! It feels like you're sleepy every day. Welcome to the club, my dude. I also feel the same, despite the fact that I do get plenty of sleep. I just tend to wake up a bit too early in the morning. Although this morning I woke up at around 8 a.m. thanks to my alarm. Stupid ghosts. Why do they always have to ruin our plans and ruin our day? So dumb. Oh well. We'll get those parts back soon enough, trust me.
Yellow.
Criminy! Not again! That pinwheel gate won't open without its veins! Did you see those where those skinny ghosts went? Never mind, I'll use the periscope to find them. Hold on a sec. Got him! Check your map!
Ciao.
Okay, cool. And most of those ghosts are found on the right-hand side of the haunted towers. But before we head on over there, I do want to check out this little area right here. Which, as I've mentioned before, I think holds some treasures as well as a gem. I know there's something here. Aha! Here we go! Screw you back. Go away. Thank you very much. Anything in here this time? I'm gonna say no. Of course not. Now, you may be wondering, what was the point of revealing those pipes? Well, believe it or not, it's to water this little plant thing here. As this is the only way we're going to be able to deal with this little buddy right here. Goodbye. And by the way, I think it only shows up as of this mission. You can't reveal it otherwise. Why that is, I don't know. Regardless, at least we got ourselves another gem that we can finally add to our arsenal, or just add into our pockets. So that's nice. Excuse me. You may be wondering, why don't we continue exploring the left-hand side of the mansion, or the haunted towers? And the reason why? Well, I don't think there's much of anything else over there, not even a boo. So that's something worth mentioning. Oh, speaking of boos, there might be one over here. Who knows? Let's find out now, shall we? No, it's just some treasures. Hey, I'm okay with that. Better to have treasures than nothing at all, am I right? Now then, time to go through here. Plenty enough, oh, hi! Really? You just have to frickin' do that. Oh, down please. God, it's like I'm yelling at a cat right now. Get down from there! Jeez. Okay, nothing at all. Alrighty then. Now, I'm pretty sure these ghosts are set to run away fairly often, so that is something you're going to need to keep in mind. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got within the first room. And according to the periscope and also the map indicator, we do have something in here that, Oh, hi! Come on, really? Jerk. That is so dumb. But trust me, there was a reason why I went ahead and started exploring the different pieces of furniture in here. And that is to bring this over here. More or less. Now, I don't remember there being anything invisible in here. And as you can see, now that we have our dark light up to level 3, we can really start scanning rooms like nobody's business. You like it when Luigi says hello? As do I. I love that little detail as well. I find it to be pretty cute. Oh dear. Oh my god. Why you no sucky sucky? Luigi, can you please? Yeah, don't think so. Much better. That was totally a part of my plan, by the way. Okay. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that particular plant right there. And if you're wondering what this thing is, well, we're about to find out by our good old friend Egal. Hey, Luigi, be careful with that. That's a pixelator screen, an early prototype of my teleportation device. But with my new pixelator, I can bring you back from just about anywhere in this valley. Well, as long as I can locate you, of course. Yep, rather genius if I do say so myself. I have a feeling that that particular prototype is gonna come in real handy around here. And it's gonna come in real handy real soon. Okay, where the hell is this frickin' ghost that's down here? Already scanned this. Oh, here you are. I was wondering where you were. Jerkwad. Okay, there we go. That takes care of that one. There's our first piece of the windmill thing, which is awesome to see. Now, before we head off to our next destination, I want to do a little bit of exploring around here. I know it seems kind of weird that we're even doing this, but trust me. Trust me, it's well worth it. Because here we have another Boo. I am Boolean. True or false? Am I Boolean? You're you're believable. Good lord, I can't talk right now. Pooh. That was lucky. There is one other thing worth mentioning when it comes to boo hunting, and that is, as you've clearly seen, I can move around in cutscenes, or in other words, in that particular cutscene. So use that to your advantage when you're slinging a frickin' boo to and fro. You was hoping for a true or false question. Same here, my friend, same here. Although, it probably would have been something like true or false. Who's going to get booed? Who's going to get booed? Are you going to get booed off stage? Or something like that, I don't know. Huh? Well, that was weird. I have a feeling we're going to be back down here again in some point in the very near future. For now, though, not much else to explore in here. We just got the boo, we got everything that we need. And as far as I know, we can't do anything else when it comes to this room. We can't even deal with that plant, unfortunately. I would love to feed it something just to get it to go away and send it off to the afterlife where it belongs. But alas, it is what it is. I seriously do wonder what those balloon plants are called. I'm just calling them that for the sake of simplicity. Dude, come on, get in the vacuum. Get in. I knew that some bitch was gonna do that too. Should've jumped when I had the chance. Well, at least the joke's on you because I still caught your friend. Oh, too soon. Much better. Well, that was a bit rough. But, again, at least the game is very generous when it comes to health. So in other words, if you happen to be running low on health, more health will spawn from objects and things like that. Unless that object has already been scanned, for the most part. If you haven't scanned it before and you're running low on health, more often than not, you will find a health pickup, so that's nice. Sweet. Now then, let's check out this place over here. Hi! Funny enough, you could explore this part of the mansion earlier on, but you would not have been able to interact with this lawnmower here. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Okay, gonna have to deal with the green ghoulies first. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bit of a rough time when it comes to the big boy in the middle. Oh my god. Reveal yourself, please. That's another thing I really dislike about the game's controls overall, is just the fact that the sensitivity on it is really inconsistent. Of course that would happen. Only me. Always takes me at least 2 cycles. Is it me, or do the ghosts... Are the ghosts like jellos? Or jello? Well, that big yellow ghost most certainly seems to be that way for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone else seems to be perfectly fine. Not so much jello-like. But I do get what you mean. Alright. Boom, baby. Got some more health. Definitely like that. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, they do kind of look like jello. In a way. It's just the way they look, that's all. Ooh, bills. First insert coins, then insert bills. I mean, who does that nowadays? Who the heck carries coins and bills in their pockets? Well, there are some people who still do that. In fact, there are many places and vendors that only accept cash rather than credit cards and debit cards. Just saying. As far as what else to talk about at this point in time, not really much is coming to mind at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, this is what I get for streaming for multiple days in a row. Okay, that's another gem added to the collection. Let's see. What's the next one? That would be on the football emerald. And of course the drop one. So let's see here. Next one. I don't think it's too far from our current position, or general vicinity. I was like, did I already catch the boo? And I was like, yes, I did. Alright, so you may be wondering, how do you get to this next room that's over here? Interact with the fountain. I mean, the map is telling you, hey, do something over here, you ding-dong. Ding-dong, the witch is dead. You gotta love the ghosts that love causing mischief, am I right? Now you may be wondering, can you do something about these stairs that are just constantly moving around and about? No, you can't. You just have to move alongside them. Even if you clear out the room... Okay, never mind. Once you do clear out the room, then the whole staircase fixes itself. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Despite the fact that I've only played through this game a few months back, that doesn't mean I remember absolutely everything from top to bottom. So, in a way, we're still kind of going at this blind. I mean, not completely blind, or as close to blind as humanly possible, like in Okami HD, but even so, still something worth mentioning. Now, if I recall correctly, I do believe there is a gem in this room. But before we continue on our merry way, there is one other thing I would like to do here. And that is shine the light of the Lord to fill this bucket here. I know it seems kind of weird, but trust me, there's a reason. If you happen to reveal the pipe and fix it, then there's no way you're going to be able to interact with it. And there we go. There's our next gem. Sweet. Alright. Now we can fix the plumbing around here. Oh, nice. More treasures. Didn't mean to do that, but hey, it works! There you go. Now that the plumbing has been fixed for this particular room, time to water this plant. Alright, let's see. Next one is located up on the floor above, according to the guide, so let's do it. It's kind of weird that you can't just walk up the stairs like this. It's kind of cute how the ghosts are just singing a little tune as they're just causing mischief and having fun. I love that little detail. It's really nice. I really don't like the fact that these guys love to just be a frickin' nuisance, you know? And try to smack Luigi upside the head with frickin' bottles and vials and things like that. Still managed to get the gold bar. I'm glad that you like it as well, Super Colex. It just gives the game that much more character. Now, when it comes to getting this next gem, we're going to need to interact with this thing, which really shouldn't be too hard to do. And as far as I know, you don't need to worry about a time limit or anything like that, but it's still a good idea to try to shoot this mouse as quickly as possible. The only thing about this particular cannon thing is that you do need to lead your shot a little bit. Thankfully, the mouse itself is not too fast, so it's pretty easy to hit once you know what you're doing. Now then, before we continue, let's see if there's anything else I need to worry about here. Nope, that's all the gems for this particular mission. Nice. Now we can continue. We already got the one gem that's on the other side back at the first tower, like way earlier on, so we don't need to worry about it. Plus we got the boo for the mission as well, so that's also pretty dang sweet. Again, I will try to get everything as much as I possibly can on my first go. If I do have to go back in order to find something that I've missed, then I will do just that. And just like the last session, my goal for this one is to finish the Haunted Towers before we call it a session. I think that's a good way of going about doing these sessions and trying to complete them. Just complete the session, or complete the mansion, and consider that a session complete. Since there are 5 mansions in all, this will also mean that this game, at the very least, will be 5 sessions long. Of course, that depends on how long I take for each and every single one of these sessions, and how long I go. Of course. I almost slipped off the frickin' trigger again. Definitely not easy, especially if your hands are starting to sweat like mine.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. All pieces of the fan, aka the windmill thing, has been recovered. Good job, Luigi! That was the last vein for the pinwheel gate. I'll bring you back here so we can figure out how to reinstall them.
Ciao.
Excuse me. There we go. Mission complete!
I did it.
There we go. Only took 18 minutes. And 3-star. Team 3-star! Great, now I feel like I'm getting the frickin' hiccups. I hate that feeling. Excuse me. Good job scaring those ghosts out of their hiding spots, young feller. Thank you very much. Now to deposit what we got. Here we go. Here are some more gems. 4 more gems. Another boo added to the collection. And if you're wondering how many boos there are in the game, there are 32 boos. So there you go. We'd be in a real pickle if we lost those pinwheel veins. I'm sure I have something in my toolbox that we can use to put them back in place. I'll tell you, you really have a knack for stirring up trouble, youngster. So do you, my friend, so do you. You haven't even reached the hollow tree and the ghosts are already giving you a hard time. Stay strong, my boy. We'll have that dark moon back in the sky before you know it. Too true, my friend, too true. Although now that I'm really thinking about it and trying to dig a bit deeper than I should, those ghosts should have just taken those things like really far away, like back into the fog of darkness, you know? That would have stopped Luigi right then and there in his tracks. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. Except maybe jump like the frickin' green man that he is, but what do I know? I'm no mastermind. Anyway, on to B3, Graveyard Shift. It's time to repair that pinwheel lock. Once that's done, you should be able to get inside the hollow tree and look for the passageway to the top. Bowser and the other Koopas are not in the game, are they? No, they are not. I know he was the final boss in the first Luigi's Mansion game, but albeit it's more like a spirit incarnation of him in some way, but even so, just saying. He's not in this game. He's also not in Luigi's Mansion 3 either. So, there you go. Alright, Luigi, got those pinwheel veins with you? I sure do. I agree, he was a cool character, and he still is. Take this wrench, and use it to attach the pinwheel veins back to the gate. Sure thing. Looks like one of the monkey wrenches. I need to get one of those for my car, by the way. You may be wondering why that is. Well, I'll tell you. It's because one of those nuts had to be installed for when I had to replace the rear license plate after I got my tax renewed this year. Why? Because one of the Phillips head screws got rusted in place and I could not turn it at all, no matter how hard I tried. So I had to take it to a local mechanic in order for him to drill it out. So yeah, he had to drill it out essentially in order to get the bolt off and replace the old license plate with a new one. Oh, you don't have a car? Interesting. Although not everyone has a car, and that's perfectly fair. And technically, it's not my car. I mean, it sort of is, but it isn't. The car is something my mother and I share, and I'm the co-owner of it. So, in other words, we co-signed for the vehicle together. But that was like several years ago, and even now, she has the vehicle. Anywho, remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, which is absolutely true. And I know that lesson oh too well, and I use that philosophy to this very day. Now, once you open the gate, enter the hollow tree and look for a way up. That shouldn't be too hard. I get the feeling the dark moon piece is somewhere near the top. Okay, I'll get comfy, I'll be comfortably monitoring your progress from here. You would love to have one, but you're afraid you'll have trouble, terrible anxiety when it comes to driving. I don't blame you. Driving around does, it can be scary, especially if you're first learning how to drive and you don't know what you're doing. If you are interested in learning how to drive, go to like a big empty parking lot of like an abandoned place, like an old supermarket that's out of business or something. Or a school that's not in, like during summer vacation or at night or something. That could be another way. Or even during the weekend too. You could learn to drive around in like a big empty parking lot. Of course, you'll need someone with driving experience with you, and I would recommend learning how to drive with an automatic transmission and not with a clutch. Trust me, you're going to have a really bad time if you do. Plus, there's also driving school. That's very much a thing. You're in a wheelchair, so you would have to have one that's built specifically for that. I did not know that, Super Colex. Funny enough, I actually have an uncle who is also in a wheelchair, and he also has a modified vehicle built for him, too. So, there you go. That's something worth mentioning. So, it's good to know that you are not alone. Anywho, you know, as usual. Anywho, good luck, kiddo! Now then, time to get back to it. Okay. The first gem that we're going to be picking up for this mission right here is going to be within the hollow tree once we get inside. As far as how many gems there are in this mission in particular, according to the guide, there are 2. There's 2 of them of which we can pick up. And they only spawn here during this mission. And according to the guide as well, from what it's telling me, gems can spawn during bonus missions, aka those infiltration missions that we took on the last time we were here. Or in the Gloomy Manor, rather, during the last session. And here I thought they wouldn't spawn, but actually they can. I did not know this. What can I say? You learn something new every day. And funny enough, this is only the second time I'm even playing through this entire game, so there you go. I thought I had the bill, but I guess not. There we go. That takes care of that evil plant. It is down in the frickin' dumps. Later. Now then, one other thing I will go ahead and mention here is that I have started my New Game Plus run of Okami HD, and I've already picked up another trophy that I've missed throughout the course of the game. Whoa! Hi there! Looks like these guys are ready to cause more trouble. Great. Although it makes me wonder, why is it that they didn't try to take this thing earlier? I mean, they had the other pieces, why not grab this one too? That would have made things just ever so slightly harder. That ghost was like, nope, I'm out of here. I ain't dealing with you, buddy. I ain't your buddy, guy. Run, run. I knew that freak was gonna do that too. When it comes to these big guys, you definitely want to try to catch both of them at once, if you possibly can. It's a lot easier said than done, for sure. But even so, just saying, you definitely want to try doing that. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And the reason why? It's pretty obvious. You'll just get clapped. They'll make you recite the DK rap and make you sing, "Put your hands together if you want to clap," over and over again ad nauseum. Just saying, not a fun time.
Oh, I do it. Yeah.
And there we go. Got all the pieces in place. Now to fix the thing. There we go. Perfect. Now then, time to head inside the hollow tree finally. Let's check it out. Ooh, that is quite the hollow tree. I gotta say, this is a really creative looking place. Really makes you wonder, why was this place not turned into a hotel? Why do we have to wait until the third game in order for something like that to even happen? I don't know. Still though, I really do love the aesthetics of this place. This is truly something else. Now, as far as getting to the next gem, it's right over there, I'm pretty sure. But in order to do that, we need to light something on fire. But being able to do so is a bit of a tricky dicky. And one more thing worth mentioning too is when it comes to this place in particular, as you notice, there are 2 blue flames around here. And as far as identifying which staircase is the real staircase that you need to go up, well, yeah. As you can see, it's randomized. You just have to choose which one it is and hope for the best. If it's the right staircase, then the flame will light up orange upon climbing up to the very top of the stairs. And as far as I know, there's no clear identifying way of figuring out which of these staircases is the real one. You just have to climb it and hope for the best. And also, catching the extra ghost here, while it is technically optional if you happen to get unlucky, it's really a bit of a waste of time. At least in my opinion. Okay, here we go. There we are. Also makes you wonder how in the hell did that happen? Well, dang. Can't quite open the door because it's not in the script. Criminy, where'd that creepy looking door come from? That's the only way up to the treetop. Give me just a sec here. Bingo! I found something in the Haunted Tower's records. There's a special key that opens that door, but it's hidden in the crypt. I hope you're not scared of graveyards, Luigi. It's not like they're full of vengeful spirits or anything. The hotel part. Yeah, fair, I guess. Also, if you're wondering why don't we just take the stairs back down? Well, we kinda need to light up more spider webs, and the only way to do that is with this thing.
Oh, here I go. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
Makes you wonder how in the hell did that even work out? How does that work? Too many questions, not enough answers. Okay, now then, time to light this thing on fire and also deal with the frickin' spiderwebs that are around here. There is one other thing worth mentioning when it comes to the whole spiderweb thing, and that is, just like in real life, I almost said life, my lord, help me. Just like in real life, if the spiderweb thing is lit on fire and it touches water, then it will be put out and it will vanish without a trace. Or it'll just be put out. Never mind. Oh, there it goes. Interesting. I wonder why it vanished even after that, but this game is weird. When is a Mario game not weird? That is the million-dollar question. I mean, if we have frickin' Super Saiyan cats, what's next after that? Who knows? Too many questions, not enough answers. Another spider web. Cool. Alright, let's keep moving. From what I recall, the Boo location for this particular mission is actually located towards the very end of the mission. Excuse me. I don't know why I said it like that. To be honest, I thought I was getting ready to burp again. Here we are. Alright, off we go. Hi there, birds. Get flashbang. And as you can see, we have our next gem right here, just hanging out in plain sight. Literally. See what I did there? Okay, I'll stop now. Also, don't forget to flash these birds that are around here, because, again, you'll be making bank if you do. Show them the light of the Lord! Hello there, birds. Do you have a moment for me to share with you why it is that our Lord, Jesus Christ, is our Lord and Savior and is here to save us all? No? Okay, then. How about I take you to God Almighty himself instead? That sounds like a great idea, don't you think? Aren't I a jerk or what? Now then, let's continue onward, shall we? As far as... Oh, hi! Didn't notice you here. To be honest, I never even thought about hunting you down. Nice! There we go. Got some extra cash. Hell yeah! Sweet. Now, when it comes to this coffin right here, I don't think we can go down this thing yet. No, we can't. We're not heavy enough. And yet we're not light enough to be able to pull ourselves off ledges or anything like that. I don't get it. It's dumb. Whatever. It ain't a big deal. Alright, off to the crypt we go. I'm sure we'll find something nice in here. Something that isn't haunted or spooky or scary. I mean, crypts are probably the safest places to be. I mean, it's scientifically proven. Am I right? I'll stop. Whoa, that's quite a peculiar painting. Featuring a toad and everything. And if you recall correctly, shining the dark light will reveal whatever's inside the painting and make it actualize or materialize. In other words, yeah. Welcome to probably one of the most annoying parts of the entire game. Escort missions! I'm free! I'm free! Dang it! I became stationary. And now I'm just plain creepy. Wait, Luigi, what are you doing here? I don't know, but where the hell are your animations? Aw, it doesn't matter. You're my hero. Again, what's up with the creepy, just losing animations and things?
Come on.
No sign of the special key. Those ghosts are really starting to ruffle my feathers. Criminy! Is that one of my toad assistants? How did he get trapped inside that painting? I sent him to look after the place. No wonder I'm such a mess. No wonder it's such a mess. We better get him back to the bunker. He might know the whereabouts of the special key we're looking for. But I can't pixelate both of you out of there. Let me think. I know. Lead him to the gardener's lab. There's a pixelator screen there. And it's an old prototype, but it should do the trick.
Ciao.
Interesting. Hello there, Bats. Can you please kindly go to our Lord and Savior? That would be great. Now, as far as I recall, I do know there's something in here involving Boo. Here we are. Because he loves all. Amen. I'm Boogula. I used to be covered in blubber, but then I went on a diet. I gotta say, that's a pretty good pun. I love it. Okay, come on, reveal yourself, damn it! God, that took forever. In all honesty, you should try to reveal this boo before getting the toad to appear. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bit of a rough time because the toad tends to get in the way during your ghost-busting ventures. Although, the best-case scenario for them is to run around scared out of their frickin' minds and then hide in the corner. Thankfully, when it comes to the escorting toad thing, you don't have to worry about them taking damage or anything like that. They'll be fine. Speaking of being fine, gotta say, these ghosts look mighty fat. Although they can be a bit intimidating and scary. And yeah, these lovely ladies, they mean business. And let me tell you something, they're quite an annoying bunch. How you doing? This is gonna be fun. Okay. I really should have tried jumping in the first place. But yet, here we are. So, if you want the best sort of strategy when it comes to dealing with these ghosts, best thing you can do is obviously not get hit, jump around like a freaking rabbit for one, and when they start circling around you, wait for them to reveal themselves, and that's when you strike. Also, try not to go for a level 3 suction, as crazy as that sounds. Trust me, you'll be a lot safer that way. Just go for level 1s if you can. And try not to take too long when it comes to sucking up the ghosts, otherwise these two ladies will try to smack you upside the head, as they clearly demonstrated a few times already. Ah, oh, damn it! Of course they hit me somehow. I hate that. But thankfully, even if you happen to let go of one of the ghosts by mistake or by means of getting hit like that, crows will spawn dropping hearts, and they will restore a good chunk of life. So, if you happen to be running low on health, then by all means, use them as a means of recovering yourself. It's well worth it, trust me. How'd you miss? You know what, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna take what I can get. I sure do love getting stuck. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Thankfully, once at least one of these ghosts gets captured, then finding the other, or dealing with the other 2, it'll be a lot easier, trust me. That's when you can start going for the level 3 suction. And when there's one left, they're basically just a sitting duck. Well, that definitely didn't go as smoothly as I would have wanted. Grandma Ghost. Too true. What does a ghost eat to get fat? You wonder. As do I, my friend, as do I. I mean, like I mentioned before, they do have the ability to temporarily make themselves tangible, so how is it that they're able to eat? I mean, they're ghosts. They're supposed to be dead. As I live and breathe, those were the ghosts of the 3 sisters. They're regular paranormal celebrities. Yep, the periscope was going bonkers for a minute there, but it's back to normal now. The sisters are normally very polite ghosts. It's disturbing to see them act so rude. Good job capturing them. Thank you very much. Now, time to get Toad back in working order. Honestly, when it comes to calming him down as he's running around like a freaking maniac in sheer panic, I mean, I can't blame him. He's scared for his life. It's not like you can do anything against him. Best thing you can do is just suck him up on your vacuum and just, if you really need to, just blow him away. Hitting him against the wall is no big deal. He'll be fine. Poor she. Who cares? Well, anyway, let's keep moving. One more thing worth mentioning, too, when it comes to toads and escorting them. If you happen to get too far away from them and you reach a door, unfortunately, for whatever reason, the game's like, hey, I can't leave him behind. Can't do much about it. Come on, game. He's right there. He's right next to me, you dingus.
Here you go.
Jeez. Talk about a pain in the ass. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Well, that takes care of that. Mission complete.
Oh, yellow.
Well done, my boy. See, that graveyard wasn't so bad, was it? Nice work capturing the 3 sisters and leading my toad assistant to safety. He just popped out of the screen over here. Now it's your turn, kiddo.
Ciao.
Alright, cool.
Oh,
Done and dusted.
I did it.
Let's go ahead and allow that message because for some weird reason, Orima was like, it did not like the phrase "shut up."
Hey.
How the hell was that a 3-star? I lost over 100 health in total. Probably because I somehow did it fast enough to, give the game a pat on the back? Who knows? Yeah, that Toad can shut up. I don't blame you there. Toad can be a very, very annoying character. And it's also been memed on because of his annoying voice. Hello, GGXNFG. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Now then, before we move on to mission B4, before that, let's see what Egon has to say. Good work up there, Luigi. Though I really hope you find that special key inside the crypt. Fun fact, he was also voiced by Samantha Kelly. I did not know that. Gotta say, she's got talent, that's for sure. And it's also a real shame she's also not voicing Toad anymore either after Mario Kart World. So, yeah, that's another unfortunate side effect of being recasted. But maybe people will find Toad to be less annoying now. Although, it really does beg the question, was he not so annoying during the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? Because I know he was voiced by a different person at that point in time. But, I don't know, haven't seen the show in a long time, so who's to say? Anyway, on the bright side, you didn't come back totally empty-handed. Let's have a look at these ghosts. And let's also take a look at these gems and this boom that you just found under your shirt. You didn't find his voice really that annoying in the show. You thought it was kind of cute. I can't say I agree or disagree because, as I've mentioned previously, I haven't seen the show in years. So, I would need to rewatch it again at some point. Of course, I could easily look it up online, and that shouldn't be too hard to do. It's too bad we have to keep the 3 sisters down in the vault, but it's for their own safety. Once we restore the Dark Moon, maybe they'll be willing to join me for a steaming cup of ghost tea. I like that. That actually sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Anywho, I feel bad for that Toad fellow. Being trapped inside the painting can't have been fun. He seems to be having trouble remembering what happened. You know, for having such a big head, he really doesn't have much rattling around there. Dude, really now? Anywho, his rescue wasn't a complete waste of time. And who's to say it was? I mean, rescuing people in general is never a waste of time, no matter what anyone says. He brought back a little snapshot taken by the special tri-dimensional security camera. Give me a couple of minutes to unscramble the image. In other words, select the next mission, and you'll be on your way. Here we go. Next, we have Pool Party. The Toad you rescued in the crypt managed to bring back a snapshot from my tri-dimensional security camera. Let's take a look at it. We will in just a minute. Mario and Luigi Brothers ship was with Samantha's last time in the franchise. Wow. Goddamn, I didn't know that. That's another game I really want to pick up and play at some point in the future, as that's the only Mario and Luigi game that I don't have. I mean, I have Brothers in Time on the original DS. I also have Bowser's Inside Story on the DS. I don't have the remake for it. And I also have Dream Team on the 3DS. I also still have Superstar Saga on the original GBA too, so there you go. So basically, I own at least the original versions of each Mario and Luigi game. At least up to this point in time. Anywho, let's hop into Mission B4. But before we get started, we need to take a look at that snapshot that Toad took. Alright, Luigi, I've unscrambled the image that our Toad friend brought back. Let's take a look-see. Of course, Luigi has to go to every mansion. Too true. Whoa. Hold on a sec. That key there, it looks mighty special if you ask me. That Boo is handing it over to that peakish ghost. And I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with them quite a lot throughout the course of the game. Well, we'll need to take a very close look at this image in order to find clues. Maybe you could use those fancy motion controls or the left and right analog stick. Your choice. The important thing is to give it a good hard look and see what you can find. Oh, and you can zoom in and out with ZL and ZR. Press B when you're done inspecting the image. And you know, that painting up there looks rather familiar. That looks like humanoid legs, and if I'm a betting man, that has to be Mario. I mean, who else wears clothes like that besides our main man, Luigi? What are those Boos carrying? Suspicious. Like I have the sound effect right now. You wish Toad didn't leave? Fair enough, I guess. The rooftop pool seems to be a meeting point for the Boos. Their powers increase when they gang up and they feed off each other's evil energy. And there's also a center point, too. I've never seen that kind of ghost before. Kind of weird considering that you're examining a lot of the different ghosts around Evershade Valley, you know? Just look at those ghosts. They're out of control. The Boos seem to be encouraging their bad behavior. Too true. It looks like he's about to kick that frickin' potted plant. As far as where he's gonna kick it to, that's the million-dollar question. And another million-dollar question, plus an additional $1 million, is that how is he even able going to do it? He's a ghost. Duh. That key in the image, it must be the special key we're looking for. You know, that key that unlocks the door inside the hollow tree? The ghost must be hiding the key from us because they didn't want us to get there to get to the top of the tree. The professor doesn't even know that there are that many ghosts. Too true. Too true. Just seems like he didn't examine very much of Evershade Valley before the ghosts went all haywire, you know? Kinda weird if you ask me. And they don't want us to get to the top of the tree because that's where the Dark Moon piece is. I mean, it's gotta be up there. Where else would it be? Uranus? Oh, there's some crafty ghosts we're dealing with. But they're no match for the intellect of the living. Who's to say if that's actually true or not? Just saying, there are some pretty smart ghosts out there. Remember the ones with the big brains and the big heads? Just saying. Now then, that image was recorded at the rooftop pool. Go get that special key. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. And from what I'm able to recall, when I looked at the map earlier on during an earlier mission, the rooftop is on the right-hand side, so in other words, the right tower. Okay, so let's see. E4, the Octagon Emerald, head towards the Sky Bridge, avoid the attacks, okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Those ghosts are pure chaos at this point. I agree. I 110% agree. They are pure chaos. And I think that was King Boo's intention, too. To create chaos throughout Evershade Valley, and then eventually spread that chaos against the rest of the world. And yeah, I wouldn't really call that a spoiler, because he was revealed during the initial intro cutscene, where, yeah, he's back and he means business. Although, he looks a bit bigger versus his previous incarnation, where he wasn't so big. He looked more like a regular Boo, just with a crown on top of his head, you know? I do like the fact that they changed his design from his Luigi's Mansion 1 counterpart. Just makes him that much more intimidating. You have a theory for the Dark Moon that has a radius. I agree. And I definitely agree with that theory. I don't see why it wouldn't have a radius. I have a feeling that there's a Boo around here. Then again, probably not. can't remember if there is anything out here, though. Scan. No, I don't think there is. If I have to guess how far the effective range is for the Dark Moon and its pacifying light, I'm going to guess it's about as far as Evershade Valley itself. Also, ow! Screw you, you stupid plant! Ugh, jeez. Pain in the ass. Thankfully, you can get away or more or less stun these plants by shining the light of the Lord in front of their face. Yeah, ouch indeed. Bit of a strange looking plant. Why is it rotating around at me? So weird. I don't think I need to worry about going back through some of the previous rooms around here. Let's just keep moving now, shall we? Unfortunately, since the right-hand side is blocked off, how is Luigi not bleeding? Well, there is no blood in this game. It's a kid's game, people. The game, I believe, is rated everyone 10 and up here. And again, it could be just rated E for everyone. But even so, just saying. How did that plant not get me right there? You know what? Who cares? That's a win in my book. Come on. Really? Oh, right. Forgot. Kinda have to get the water from over there. Ooh. Well, that's one way of getting up to where we need to go. You're surprised mod did not block a certain word. Because in Luigi's Mansion 2, areas in the Dark Moon's radius were... While in the Luigi's Mansion 3 hotel is outside the radius. I think Polterpup was already calm enough as it is, because Polterpup is just Polterpup. It's a very, very good boy. It's a good doggy. That seems interesting. Oh, and by the way, this creepy doll is following our movements. And as far as I can tell, this thing, if you happen to go lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, just as Professor Egad said not too long ago, we get ourselves another gem. Sweet. Sweet. Hi! How you doing? Wait, screw you, dude. Frickin' Falcon punch my ass into the frickin' dirt. Jerk. Oh, nice. Didn't expect a double capture. Hey, whatever works. There's one other thing I haven't really mentioned. When it came to fighting the three sisters, if you didn't know about the whole jumping trick, in other words, just pushing the B button to jump while you're sucking up the ghost sister, then one other strategy you can do is try sucking them up a little bit, and just as one of the other sisters is about to attack you, just release the right trigger, and then just continue fighting the sisters as per usual. So if you don't feel comfortable jumping around like a rabbit, then that's another way of doing it. It's entirely up to you. But even so, still another strategy worth mentioning, as that's how I originally fought against them before, and also a strategy I employed when trying to go for the 3-star ranking. Just saying. Jumping around has its benefits, but it also has its risks too, so that's something else to keep in mind. I don't think there's anything else in here I need to worry about, as far as I can recall. Let's continue now, shall we? Okay, anything in here of note? Well, other than the fact that this place is a complete mess, the sisters have health depending on which type of ghost they are. That's true. That's absolutely true. The smallest ghost obviously has the least amount of health. The turquoise one has a good chunk of health, but isn't the beefiest thing in America. And as far as the pink beefcake, she has the most health out of all three sisters at 150. So, something to keep in mind. And as far as which ones will reveal themselves, it's purely random. Oh, hello there, Boo! I always knew you'd fall for me. Booby trap strikes again. I love that. Love that pun so much. I guess you can say I fell for the booby trap. Nice, that was a lucky bounce. Oh, I'm done. This is not turning into a kid's game anymore with the lightning and the creepy dolls. Too true. Maybe that's the reason why this game's rated everyone 10 and up. Because of the creep factor. Really? Stupid spirit ball. Oh, hello. Got ourselves another gem here. Sweet. That's another one. Now, there's still the amount of the first gem that's located somewhere within this place. As far as where it is, I think it's either here or it's elsewhere that I completely missed. And if that's the case, then, oh well, it is what it is. That's too funny. I almost don't want to go in and disturb their fun, but yeah, we got some ghost busting to do. I'll go ahead and take care of it nice and quick. Hiders have a pillow fight. Hooray! Yeah, that is funny. I agree. Okay, before we continue... Okay, can't go in there. Just as I thought. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, this is gonna be a fun little time. Let me tell you, folks. Because when it comes to this fun little activity, these three fools love playing their little game, which is find the ghost. And if you don't happen to find them during your first attempt, then they'll shuffle around. They'll shuffle around the entire bed and everything. So be sure to try to keep track of exactly where they are. And once you're down to one, then it becomes really damn difficult. They sure do love to play their nasty little tricks. Although this one really wasn't that bad. Once you reveal them, though, don't take too long with trying to flash them before their very eyes. Louise should absolutely be part of the Ghostbuster. Are you talking about Luigi? If that's the case, then yes, he most certainly should be, but he is a bit of a scaredy cat, but at the same time, he knows when to put on a brave face, or when to pull up his big boy pants and start doing something. Because standing around all scared and stuff isn't going to get anything done. It's only going to make things worse. Autocorrect. You gotta love autocorrect sometimes, am I right? Let me show you the light of the Lord, my friends. My fluffy bird friends. There you go. Praise Jesus! There you are. Let's see what we got behind door number 1. Oh, right, in here we have the... Crows are associated with death and wolves. I did not know that. That's neat. do we have up here? That's something I'm really wondering right now. Is that a key? No, it's just a candle. Ah, oh, dang it! Didn't realize that was there. Well, that's my fault for falling into an obvious trap. Booby trap strikes again. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, a key. Beautiful. Definitely need this if I want to progress. Lord said, let there be light, and there is light. Don't you mean there was light? Nice. Just happened to drop the frickin' balloon plant. Oh my god. Blow, dang it! That is another thing about blowing up these balloon plants, and that is... if you don't have enough space, then you're going to have problems. Whoa! Here we go! Occasionally during these missions, you may come across these little mini-games here, where you have to collect all of the red coins or whatever you have to collect within the time limit. And the time limit can be quite strict, especially if you don't plan your route correctly, like me. God damn it. And like I said, if you happen to fail the minigame, then unfortunately you have to redo the mission in order to get another chance. So one thing I would recommend that you do is if you do plan on taking on something like that, then what I recommend that you do is take a snapshot. Take a screenshot of the entire overhead view just before the game begins. Go back to the home menu, take a look at the screenshot, and then plan your route accordingly. That's something I should have done, but I didn't do it because I thought I memorized the route, but I completely fumbled and stumbled like an idiot. Can I go this way? No, I can't because of the frickin' plants. According to the screenshot, as far as my next destination is concerned, and where that gem is, believe it or not, over here is like the very end of the mission, so always need them no matter what. If you're talking about the keys, then yes, I agree. I definitely feel like I missed something back this way. So, you may be wondering, why am I going back? It's pretty obvious. I want that frickin' gem. Some people say that Mario and Luigi series is separate from the original Mario universe. Kinda true and untrue. I have to agree with you there. Okay. If I recall correctly, I believe this gem that I can pick up... Oh, almost fell through the hole. That would have been bad. Okay, avoid the plants. Okay, I can't go that way. Never mind. I wonder... Oh! Hello! Wow, the screenshot really did not make that clear. And yet, here we are. Well, at least I found the gem, so that's good. Now then, let's check out the guide and see what's next. That one, that one, got that one. Okay, the coffin one. Head towards the conservatory, suck up the bulb from a flower used to float. Oh, that one. Unfortunately, I missed out on that one, so I'll have to redo the mission again anyway. Dang it. Oh well. Well, at least we'll be able to pick up the next gem. So, all in all, at least we were able to collect all the gems on Mission B4. So, that's something. Just sucks that I missed the one because I failed the frickin' minigame. And thankfully, due to the fact that the whole mission structure thing is a thing, most missions in this game are relatively short and don't take too long to complete if you know what you're doing. Sure, I know I've been demonstrating that I've been taking roughly 20 minutes for each mission, but that's because I'm thoroughly exploring the mansions and everything like that. So why can't you see the other chat again? To answer your question, Super Colex, due to the Twitch's terms of service, I cannot show the YouTube chat within the Twitch chat. It's really, really dumb how Twitch's multi-streaming TOS is. It's like you are not allowed to combine different activities. Oh my god, get the hell out, please. That was gross. Okay. Get out of there. Well, that was something. Dang it. Forgot about that ghost. Go me. Good job. I did it. Good job. Yeah, like I mentioned before, Super Colex, I cannot combine chats on Twitch, according to Twitch's terms of service. But I can combine the chats on YouTube and other platforms. So, if you want to know what multiple platforms are saying, then the YouTube stream is where it's at. I'm not saying that the Twitch stream is inferior in any way, just saying. Just for those who have a preference from one platform versus another. I'm just saying, they have options now. Hey, off we go! Well, that's one way of getting up to the rooftop pool. It's okay, Super Colex. I know a lot of people would feel, I know a lot of people feel the same way when it comes to, the whole multi-streaming thing and how that works. Funny enough, Twitch has only recently allowed multi-streaming, like as of last year. And yes, I agree, Twitch is kind of like a dictator. It's really, really dumb. I really don't like the way Twitch does things when it comes to the whole multi-streaming thing. And their terms of service when it comes to that is really, really vague. It's like you're not allowed to combine activities of multiple platforms, but what does that mean? As far as we can tell, it seems to be like multi-chat. You can't show multiple chats at the same time. Now, when it comes to these particular ghosts, they're a real nuisance, let me tell you. Reason why? Well, you may recall, like, within the first Luigi's Mansion, there was supposed to be, like, a mechanic where certain ghosts had the ability to scare Luigi out of his freaking mind and drain his health in half. Well, these ghosts are basically a future incarnation of that. In other words, if there are multiples of these guys, they will try to scare the bananas out of you. And if you want to reveal them relatively quickly, use the dark light. Use the dark light and you'll be able to reveal them easily. Just keep in mind though that if there are multiples, then whatever ghost you are not currently sucking up can scare you to death, freeing its friends. Oh, hello there, buddy. Look at you little baby boy. I want to play, but come on, give me the key. Come on, be a good boy. Bad doggy, bad. Oh, you meant the ghost. Oh, come on. Really, Polterpup? Why you gotta be so bad? Oh, bad doggy, bad. You're not supposed to throw away the key. We're not in jail. I agree, Super Colex. Polterpup is absolutely adorable and one of the best characters to ever be added in the Mario franchise. Just saying. Criminy, where'd that ghostly dog come from? The ghost dog is just there to annoy you. True. It's not there to hurt us in any way, even if it's in this out-of-control state. It's just being more mischievous, if anything. Anywho, and now it vanished completely. Gah! Blasted pooch! Let's bring you back.
Ow.
Now we can come up with a plan. It's all love that Luigi is saying other words. I agree. I wish he did that more often, rather than, you know, the usual wahoos and lahays and things like that, you know? Another 2-star. You know, considering the amount of time I took to complete the mission, I was expecting a 1-star, but here we are. But except for the ghost just want to kill Luigi. Too true, my friend, too true. They want to drag him to the afterlife with them so that they can play with him all the time for all eternity. Just saying. Well, I didn't see that coming. We need to recover that special key at all costs. I tried to locate that profounded canine with the periscope, but the doggone dog's gone. That's called wordplay, my soft-spoken friend. Of course, Luigi steps into the dog droppings that are invisible. Too true, my friend, too true. Anywho, let's unload the Poltergust 5000. I believe you captured a new kind of ghost. That I did. That I most certainly did. Anywho, let's go ahead and deposit all the gems that we collected. And unfortunately, we will have to go back to that mission that we just completed, just so we can pick up the missing gem. Which, like I mentioned, since I failed that minigame, I missed out on the gem. So we'll have to try it again. Now, where were we? Ah yes, I'll try to tune the periscope to find the dog's hiding place. Why don't you take a breather, son? Okay. We'll figure out where they are soon enough. For now, though, we need to head back in and take care of business. Once more with feeling. At least you can't get a ticket for dog droppings. True, because there's no cops and no laws in Evershade Valley. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this nice and quickly. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Why was I holding the right trigger to run? That's dumb. Don't do that. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do this once more with feeling. I really wish I could skip these cutscenes right here, but sadly I can't. You gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. Like I said, completing these missions don't take very long whatsoever if you know what you're doing. And provided that the mission itself is not too frustrating to complete in the first place. And I'm talking about basic completion, not like full-on going completionist, you know what I mean? Just going for the extra treasures and things like that adds on to the completion time. Oh, man. Okay, that wasn't the right one. And here I thought that would be set, but no. I guess it's randomized each time, so if you want to know what the answer to the Jack-in-the-Box puzzle is, you have to pull the... Oh, Jesus. Not again. I hate it when the game drops my freaking inputs for no reason. Ooh, double capture. Okay, another one down. Oh, freaking sensitivity, man. That sensitivity on the freaking X-axis. I swear, it's like the most inconsistent part of this game's controls. So frustrating. It's quite annoying, to say the least. Oh well, it is what it is. No big deal. Let's just keep on moving. Go away, doll. I don't blame you, man. That doll is creepy as... It's one creepy dolly, that's for sure. It ain't no Annabelle creepy, but still, it's right up there for being one of the creepiest things in existence. The fact that the haunted towers are overgrown means that the ghosts just let the plants grow out of control. Very true, and it also means that nature just took over and decided to have some fun with the place. Oh, God damn it. Didn't mean to do that. It is what it is. That was my fault for going too fast anyway. Alright, here we go again. There we go. Needed a nice place to just readjust myself again, because sitting on this chair is not the most comfortable chair in the world. It isn't the most uncomfortable thing I've ever sat in, trust me. I've sat in far more uncomfortable things. Okay, let's focus on one. Alright, lucky middle. At least Luigi is gonna be rich. Too true, because the treasures are real. They're all very, very real. That was easy. Here we go. That takes care of that key. On to the next one. Oh, right. I forgot I can skip the cutscene. Doy. Okay, avoid the spiders. Everything is good to go. Flash the birds. Show them the light of the Lord. Okay. Almost there. We're almost to our destination. I really hate the fact that it is quite a ways out, so just failing the minigame the first time just stings that much more. It really does. You have no idea. Alright, let's go ahead and do this again. I'll go ahead and try to take care of this first. The fact that there's just a ghost that cannot walk or float because it's too big to move around. It's like that one's a giant Snorlax. True. Too true. Okay. Let's try to do this right. Let's go to the right this time, not to the left. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's what I should have done the first time, but my brain short-circuited and thinking, oh, I should go for a lucky left. No. Don't do that. And here we go. That's all the emerald gems in this place. So, we don't need to worry about gem hunting now. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep moving. All done. Mission accomplished. Good work, team. Nice. Now then, all we have to do from here is just finish up the mission like we normally would. Just ride on up to the rooftop pool and go for a swim with the freaking ghosts that love going boop. You know? Oh wait, I forgot the key. I'm dumb. Dang it! What can I say? My mind was focused purely on getting that frickin' gem. The fact that the professor made a specialized card out of the vacuum cleaner. Too true, especially if you're playing the PAL version of the original Luigi's Mansion and you're playing through the Hidden Mansion. Which, funny enough, did make its reappearance in the 3DS remake of the game internationally. But I'm just saying. And if you're wondering what my thoughts and feelings are on the 3DS remake of Luigi's Mansion, I've not played it, so I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion on that version of the game. But from what I've seen, it's just one of those sort of remakes that I feel like I prefer the original. But who's to say for sure if that's an actual valid opinion? Because, again, I have not played it, so I don't know. Oh my god. How'd that miss? How'd that miss? How'd that miss? There, finally. God damn. Come here. That's not gonna end well. Phew. Oh, damn it! All because of the stupid freaking gold. Just had to be there. Whatever. What can I say? My mind is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. The remake of Luigi's Mansion, one that is technically canon and also not. True. I feel like the original Luigi's Mansion is more canon than the remake, but who knows? It's not like I write any sort of Mario lore, nor do I follow it all that seriously, if at all. Just saying. That's just me. Is there going to be a Luigi's Mansion 4? That is a very good question, and I'm going to say yes, there will be one at some point, just not right now. I mean, we got a Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch before we got Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, so suffice it to say, it would make the most sense to me that there would be a Luigi's Mansion 4 on the Nintendo Switch too. Just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and deal with you. Also, I don't think jumping around would prevent the ghost from scaring Luigi. Although, that does help with clearing that up, making it so they don't scare Luigi. So long as I'm sucking them up, that's all that matters. And by the way, if you don't know about the whole Dark Light strat, one thing you can do to help with trying to find these guys more easily is look at the ripples in the water. Follow it and you'll be able to shine your light upon them. Bada bing, bada boom. There they go. They donezo.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Mission complete. You thought they currently had one in development. It's possible that it is currently in development with Luigi's Mansion 4. The original one was canon until they introduced Goo Doppelganger of Luigi. You're talking about Gooigi. Wow, that was a 3-star? Neato! I'll take it. Now that's what we call a redemption arc. But yeah, the gooey doppelganger of Luigi introduced in Luigi's Mansion 3 and also brought into the remake of the original Luigi's Mansion on 3DS. It's known as Gooigi. Or Goo Luigi, whatever. Yep, Goo Luigi. And according to the series lore, EGAD built a time machine and sent Gooigi back in time to the original Luigi's Mansion to help Luigi out during that particular time period. I guess that's what, according to Google, there was no official announcement. Yeah, true. Okay. Well, now we don't have to worry about gems anymore when it comes to the Haunted Tower, so that's all done. Why don't we take a look at our reward before we head on off to the next mission now, shall we? Alright, here we go. Gem collection in Haunted Towers. Let's view the statue. And as you can see, Luigi's looking a lot more confident here, so that's quite the stark contrast to this one for sure, where he's kind of scared out of his mind. This time he's actually doing something pretty cool. And as far as what the next one's going to look like, well, you'll have to wait and see when we head on off to the third mansion, eventually. Still though, pretty nice, all things considered. And I'm happy with the fact that we were able to do so much and manage to get all the gems for this place. Hopefully we'll be able to get all the boos here too, so there we go. Now then, on to Mission 5. Doggone Key. A very frisky spiritual pooch took the special key that we need. Track the dog down and get that key. That I will. Well, Luigi, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that the ghost dog that took the special key is still somewhere in the haunted towers. The bad news is that the dog is running from room to room, so we can't actually pinpoint him. You watched a little bit of Donkey Kong, the animated series yesterday. Have I heard of it? Yes, I have. I've actually tried to watch a couple of episodes like back when I was a young kid, but unfortunately it came on at a time that I couldn't really watch the show because, well, I had to go to school. So, there you go. And even though I have plenty of opportunities to go and look up the series later down the line, and even now, I haven't really thought about looking up or watching the series right now myself. So, yeah, to answer your question, I have heard of the series, and I've seen a few reviews of it too, so there you go. Anywho, back to the game. However, the periscope discovered something that may help us. The dog left behind a trail of spiritual paw prints starting in the courtyard. If you follow that invisible trail, you should eventually find him. The prints will be invisible to the naked eye, so you'll need to use the dark light device to reveal them. Ready, Luigi? Don't you dare come back here without that special key! You should have seen the look on your face, Sonny. Priceless. Absolutely priceless. There we are. Alright, off we go. Off we go to our next destination. Hey there, buddy. Have you ever... Oh, hello. Looks like Polterpup's already in the courtyard. Well, before we head on off to him... Okay. Oh, hello there. Frog. Bye. Dang it, man. Gotta love it. Oh, hello. Got ourselves a mysterious, invisible plant. You wouldn't think something like this would be out here, but here we are. Couple of extra bucks. Not much, but it's worth it. Why is it suddenly dark? It was lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. Whoa. Okay, question. Can ghost dogs urinate? Or is it just motioning it just because it felt like being a funny little pooch? Speaking of being a funny little pooch. It really makes you wonder, how is that even possible? Oh, I know. Video game logic. Seriously, what's up with this game? You didn't even see anything come out. Yeah, me neither. Although, I guess you could say that's a bit of a good thing. Otherwise, this whole stream might have become age restricted. At least on the YouTube side. Still, that is pretty funny nonetheless. Oh, stupid frog. At least you're not as bad as the frickin' mice. At least I can see you hop around like a frickin' bunny rabbit. Still though, just saying, and I feel like I got a hair hanging right off my head. Dang it all. Now then. If you want to know where the heck it is you're supposed to go to next, use your dark light to shine a light on the paw prints and use that as a guide of figuring out where you're supposed to go. So, there you go. Well, I'm surprised I got a lot of coins out of that, considering that I've already shined a light on the portrait once before. Here's what it is. One time you watched a Ninja Turtles series called Tale of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they actually show a scene of a dog peeing where the pee is actually shot on screen. Huh. Didn't know about that. I mean, I knew urination is very much a thing in like Dragon Ball and even in Dragon Ball Z during early episodes before the Namek saga. But even so, just saying. That is very rarely seen, especially nowadays. Because, well, urination is kind of gross. I guess you could say it's a bit on the gross side and gross humor. Hey, buddy! Come back! I want to play! I want to play a little game with you, bud. Maybe if we play our little game, maybe you can give me the key. That would be nice, right? Oh man, that's just too cute. I love this little guy. I just hate the fact that I have to chase him around so much, but still. I mean, how can you stay mad at the little guy? Am I right? Just like dogs in real life, man. How can you stay mad after they did something bad? I mean, I get it that you don't want them doing the bad thing. No, and that's what training is for. You need to train them and tell them in a stern voice, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. But don't yell at them or slap them across the face or anything like that. Trust me. It's only going to make them fear you. And it's just going to cause all kinds of problems, especially later. Okay, give me the money. Money, money, money. Money. Ah, jeez. Alright, let's keep on moving along now, shall we? Ah, cool. At least it's good to know that you can still pick up that gem. And according to the guide that I'm looking at here, you can technically pick up some gems during other missions, but it really depends. Sometimes they will spawn in multiple missions, but most of the time they won't. Yeah, I thought so. That's why I only went with the level 1 suck, rather than the level 2 or level 3. Oh wow, okay. I'm surprised I managed to catch him and continue from where I needed to go. Damn you! Oh nice, double capture. Well, you know what, whatever. I'll settle with the level 2. Better to settle with that than to just suck it up outright. Whoa, okay. Pretty interesting to see that a lot of the furniture just simply vanished without a trace. That must mean that there's a boo in here. Either that or they're just being a frickin' doof. Aha! There you are! Yip yip! I'm French Boodle! Aren't I beautiful? Booch, please. You are beautiful. You're a beautiful boo. You want to be my boo? Really, that wasn't enough to take it down? Oh well, it's fine. Goodbye. Just one last smack is all it's needed to send it to the shadow realm. Or into the vacuum in this case, but still, just saying. Absolutely gorgeous to Lady Ghost who loves you. Yeah, too true, too true. Great. So if you're wondering how you're supposed to deal with these guys, it's really easy. You just have to suck up the goo that's on the floor and don't get trapped in it like I did like an idiot. Hey there, buddy. Come on, let's play. Quit running around like a jerk, please. That would be nice. Whatever. Not that you were being sarcastic or anything. True. I didn't think you were. To be fair, it is pretty difficult to tell if someone's being sarcastic behind text. You'd have to hear their tone of voice, like on the other side of the screen or something. At least that's how I see it. Oh, hello, another golden bone. You know, it's kind of funny, if you happen to kick the bucket here, I do believe that Polterpup will come to resurrect you. I mean, that's one way of getting him to come out of his hiding place, but at the same time, that's not how you're supposed to win in this mission. Hey, buddy. Really now?
Excuse me.
Alright, where'd you go now? Let's see, according to this, looks like he's going upwards. And I'm surprised that thing did not overheat on me right then and there. I must have released it just on the last possible frame. Oh, hi! How you doing? Ah, you freaking bat! Hate those stupid things! They just had to come out and ruin my freaking suction time, am I right? Yeah, you wish some of us can video chat and live stream rather than text. Yeah, I know what you mean, but at the same time, there is a reason why, that isn't a very popular thing. Unless you're talking about podcasts, in which case, yes, that is a very popular thing. Podcasts are a bit different than traditional gaming live streams, as showing off multiple people at once in different webcams and stuff like that is not exactly considered to be the norm. Most people stream by themselves, myself included. Once in a while you may see some co-streams or co-op streams here and there, but it's not often that you see that. Okay, as far as I know, I don't think there's anything else up here I really need to worry about here. Yeah, no golden balloon this time because, well, reasons. Can't go in there because the bonus area has not spawned, and it will only spawn during certain missions, aka the previous one that we just completed again. I don't think there's anything out here. Nope. Weird. Well, anyway, it was worth looking around up here anyway, so no big deal. Really? Couldn't suck up the bills first before sucking up the vine? Or let... Okay, maybe hearing the audio of someone else in the chat would be better. Okay, now I understand what you mean, but my previous point still stands, how that's not exactly the most popular thing when it comes to streams. It's definitely possible to do that, don't get me wrong. That's where Discord comes into play in that regard. Okay, if I have to guess where Polterpup is now... I think I went right past him. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely went past him for sure. Dang it. Good old Polterpup. He sure does know how to play his funny little games. I think as long as you know exactly where Polterpup is supposed to go, you'll be able to figure out, hey, you're supposed to go that way, you dingus. Actually, now that I think about it, that room was still dark, so he may be in here. Man, I'm a fool. How did I not realize that before? I guess because, Oh, right. I need to get rid of this. Oh, I just realized there's no organ in here. And there we go. That takes care of the organ. Hey there, buddy! Ready to play? Come on, really? Dang it, man. Dang it. There it goes again. Oh. Of course we gotta deal with you guys next. Oh, dang it. Saw that coming from a mile away. I'm surprised that counted as a triple capture, and not a capture amongst you. Only me, I swear. I always get hit at least once. And it always seems like I always get hit when I'm in the middle of sucking them up. Always. Dang, man. Yep, just as I thought. There goes Polterpup, right in here. That's what I had to do. You didn't think triple capture was possible. It most certainly is possible. I don't know if a quad capture is possible. Also, if you're wondering if Polterpup is the one making these objects and stuff invisible, no, I don't think he is. I don't think they're capable of doing that. Alright, where did you go this time, buddy? Right here. There you are. Also, now you decide to run off. Again. Dang it. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's keep moving. Dark Moon is supposed to be purifying crystal. Yep, that's true. That's the reason why the ghosts were like pacifists and were actually quite friendly little creatures. But since the Dark Moon got shattered, that's when they started acting all crazy and being like, "Roar! I'm gonna cause mischief because I'm a jerk." There we go. Now we can finally start capturing Polterpup. You know, I kind of feel bad. I almost don't want to capture him, but yet you have to. You don't have a choice. Is he scared? I wouldn't say scared. If you're talking about Polterpup, then... Egad? Hello? Little help? Well, someone had to build those, houses. True. That's very true. Huzzah! You finally nabbed a special key! Good work catching that dog, Luigi. You know, I think the little guy just wanted someone to play with. Well, he'll find plenty of playmates in the vault. I'll bring you back now. I'll bring you back now, son. Hold on. Took you long enough. Jeez. That was like 20 seconds?
I did it.
I wonder if the load times of those particular conversations are improved on the Switch 2 compared to the Switch 1. Wow, another 3-star. Another Team 3-star. There you go. There you go, Gad. Just answered my question. Oh, that's good to see. Alright, what do we got next? Welcome back, Luigi. Let's send that special pooch down to the vault right away. Good idea. Who knows when or if it'll cause trouble again. There we go. More ghosts, more spirit masks updated, another boo added to the collection, and strangely Polterpup isn't there. What's up with that? Well, we're about to find out. Why is there still waiting here? Whoa! Hi, buddy! Aww, that's so cute. I want to hold him and cuddle him. Criminy! How did you escape from the Poltergeist 5000? It turns, but the ghost dog is much more stronger. It's true. It most certainly is true. Don't underestimate the power of dogs. Even the smallest ones are quite fierce and deadly. Just saying. I guess I'll have to tighten up the containment unit. But that can wait. Let's see that special key. Oh boy, that's not good. It's all chewed up and slimy. I'll ask that toad fellow to clean it before I try to repair it. Yes, the timing of this will work out perfectly. Because I finished my analysis of the genetic paracomposition of the Dark Moon piece we have. Turns out the ghost dog... Okay, I already read that. Oh, sorry, how do I put this? Luigi, I basically asked our Dark Moon pieces where their friend is hiding. And once I enter the data into the periscope, we'll know exactly where the next Dark Moon piece is. Sweet. I guess that means we can finally take on the boss for the place. The fact that the professor can fix a key in 1 second, but just putting it in his pocket. Too true. Alright, it's boss time, tree topping. We finally got our mitts on that elusive special key. Now we just got to get to the treetop and grab the Dark Moon piece. Agreed. Luigi, it's time to open that creepy door and see what's behind it. Aren't you excited? Not really. Thanks to my recent analysis of the Dark Moon pieces, the periscope has become much more accurate. The piece we're looking for is located at the tree house at the very top of the big tree. We're on the right track after all. I agree. And here's the special key. It wasn't tough to fix. Nice. Use the key to open the door, get to the tree house, and find that Dark Moon piece. Oh, and Luigi, the periscope picked up some troubling signals inside the tree house. Powerful signals. Be careful up there, Sonny. The fact that the Dark Moon piece didn't land in the spot where you find the bosses. Yeah, that is a bit of an interesting and strange fact. That I can agree with you there, GG. That is quite strange indeed. Gotta say, we are making some really good progress when it comes to our overall completion of all the different places here. Unless the ghost found a way to capture the pieces. That is very true. I mean, we've seen it happen with the last place, and I don't foresee this place being any different. Yeah, stepping into a creepy, hollow tree like this. Not exactly the most pleasant of experiences. In fact, it can be quite scary, especially if it's shrouded in darkness. Whoa! It's our greatest enemy, stairs! Oh, and that guy. Oh, great. This is gonna be fun. Welcome to the eerie staircase of death. So, when it comes to this place, welcome to RNG Hell. We don't know which staircase is the right one until we take the stairs. And if we happen to slip and fall, then we go all the way back down to the very bottom. And we have to deal with whatever ghost that happens to throw us down the stairs. Dang, man. Note to self, if the torches are not lit, then that means they're the real staircase. Oh my god. In the right direction, please. Another surefire way of telling which staircase is the real one is pay attention to the mice that are traveling down the stairs. If there are no mice traveling down the stairs, then that the staircase that they are not traveling down, those are the right ones. And once you start climbing the stairs again, whatever stairs are lit up, those are the real staircases. Always. And I'm talking about the orange flames, not the blue ones. Who built this staircase? Good question. Apparently they're a person who hates wheelchairs. Also, if you happen to capture any ghosts that are, that throw you down the stairs, then unfortunately you don't get any treasures from them whatsoever. Alright, lucky left? Yes. Let's try middle. Yay! Ah, dang it. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Just makes you wonder, why is it that Luigi can't just grip onto anything? Oh, I know, there's no railings, that's why. And he slides all the way down on his belly. I don't get it. I mean, I get the fact that sliding down the stairs is very much a thing, including sliding upstairs. I've done that my fair share of times. I'm just saying, falling down the stairs is not a fun time for anyone. Especially if you're older or if you're living in a house that's made for little people, and you're a big jolly green giant like me. Just saying. It's not exactly a fun time. One strategy you can employ to try to figure out which staircase is the real one after falling down a set is take a screenshot of the current staircase layout. Okay, I think it's this one? No, it's not. Dang it. I mean, you gotta admit, that has to hurt, falling down all these flights of stairs and sliding down like this. It's like, how many stories is that? How many steps is that? That is the million-dollar question right there as well. And oh my goodness, that is a long way down. Agreed. The fact that the professor was living in one of these mansions means he has to buy fresh food because the food in this mansion must be rotten. True. There probably is like a local grocery store somewhere outside of Evershade Valley that's pretty close by. It's like living in a small town in like the biggest major store like Walmart or something is like a town or two over. So, really not that bad. Okay. 2 in the middle and 1 on the right. Finally made it to the top. God damn. That took forever. Phew! God, I hate these stairs so much. But at least we finally made it. Only took us several slides, but hey, it is what it is. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse for sure. Now then, let's get moving now, shall we? Suck up the thing, thank you. Off we go. Here we are. Welcome to the treehouse. And it's horror. It's horror themed. Congratulations. Oh. Good job. Way to frickin' get chomped like a frickin' goober. Okay, this is not a hard boss fight whatsoever. You just have to wait a little bit. Oh, right. Gotta dodge his attacks first. And as you've probably seen, he does look rather familiar. He looks a lot like the first ghost whom we encountered back in the first mansion, aka the Gloomy Manor. But instead of having 1 horn, he has 2. So in other words, he's the second boss. And that's the theme of these guys. And that is, for each and every single one of these possessor ghosts of whom we encounter, they will have 1 additional horn. So the first one has 1, this one has 2, the next one will have 3, etc., etc. And that's how it works. And also, each of these possessors have more and more cunning tricks up their sleeve. So keep that in mind. Okay, so you can suck them up via lower levels. I thought you had to charge them up to maximum power, but no. Level 1 is the bare minimum. Be lazy, be quick, and just suck them up nice and quick. That's how it works. Okay, just gotta run around in circles, and honestly, that is the best way of dodging this guy's attacks. Just run around in a circle and just wait for him to slam jam and expose himself. And it's as simple as that. Just don't take too long. Oh dear. One more thing worth mentioning too is that the further along you go, the more charges this guy will do. So keep that in mind. You think the professor's getting its power from the Dark Moon. Or I think you're talking about the Possessor. But then again, I don't know for sure. Wait, what? Why did the vacuum start sucking on its own? I don't get it. Who cares? Dark Moon piece number 2 is ours. Well, technically speaking, it's number 3, since we've already had the first one, well before our journey began, but you know, technicalities.
Oh. Yellow.
You think the professor... Okay, never mind. Onomod is blocking a comment for some reason. Dang. Yeah. That's the way I have it set up. There are certain words and phrases of which Twitch Onomod does not like. Sorry about that. Anywho, Luigi, are you okay? Who would have thought? Another Possessor ghost guarding the Dark Moon piece. I kind of managed to figure that out a long time ago, buddy. But anyway, he was one tough customer, but really, you really took care of business. Nice work, my boy. To be honest, Professor, he was really not that hard whatsoever. I was just an idiot during my first chomp. Anyway, I'm sure the view from up there is nice, but we still got work to do. I'm bringing you back. Hold on to your overalls. I agree. This is a really great view. Gotta love how this is stuck to us now. It's now a part of us. There we go. Managed to get it off. One tough customer. Really, Professor? I know, right? Alright, 3-star, despite taking that singular hit. Not bad at all. Whew, there we go. That takes care of the boss, and now that we've managed to catch every single boo throughout the Haunted Towers, we'll unlock an additional mission as well, which we will take care of before we wrap up today's session. So, it's gonna be great. Welcome back, Luigi! Sorry if it smells like popcorn here in the bunker. Your battle with that Possessor was so thrilling, I just had to have some. The one reason why you thought the ghost is tough customer is because he didn't see the fight. He was going on to the grocery store. That's true. That is a very real possibility, considering the fact that he actually had to go back and buy some popcorn. I mean, how else is he supposed to get some? Now let's lock that Professor in the vault where he won't give us any more trouble. Yeah, that would be a real good idea right now. Anywho, that's another one added to the collection. 3 more gold. And next, infiltration mission unlocked. Hostile intrusion in the Haunted Tower. And like I said, these missions only unlock after you catch every single boo within any given area. So keep that in mind. My brain's been precluding, whatever, on that subject of these Possessor ghosts. The ghosts are not leaving the designated area, meaning that they are ordered to stay there. True. Maybe King Boo has to perform some sort of ritual or some sort of ritualistic rite in order to assert dominance and achieve total domination or something. It's possible. That's just something I'm thinking of. But who knows? We don't have an official explanation. Anywho, I don't think it's a coincidence that both of the Possessors we've seen had Dark Moon pieces in them. Speaking of which, let's get our new Dark Moon piece all cleaned up, shall we? Yeah, that would be a great idea. King Boo Crystal is keeping the ghost in line, even though they are all pure chaos. Too true. I think that's the case as well. Egad sure has some weird glasses. He does. Although, I do like his glasses. They actually add additional character to him. At least in my opinion. Plus, I think they're prescription lenses too, so he kind of needs them in order to see. Given his age, it would make sense. They could be both reading glasses and distance glasses. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. The old clock factory. Yep, that's gonna be our next destination in the next mansion we'll be exploring. Now, let's see. Yes, Luigi, more of the fog has cleared. And there it is. As you mentioned, Gigi, the old clock factory is gonna be our next destination. Another mansion full of pesky ghosts, no doubt, and now within pixelator range. Let's check it out! Albeit we're not going to be doing that in this session because, well, there's really no need to. Not right now. And like I said, we've already collected all the gems here in Haunted Towers, so in all intents and purposes, this place is fully complete. We still have the hostile intruder to take care of, though, and the fact that the old clock factory was built over some pyramids. Yeah, I agree. It was over some ancient pyramids, which makes it that much more fascinating. And we'll be learning more about the place in the next session. For now, we have a small problem. The periscope found sufficient paranormal signals in the towers. Nothing you can't manage. Luigi, I'm afraid I have what we in certain elite scientific circles call bad news. In other news, water is wet. Remember when the Gloomy Manor had some unexpected visitors? No, I don't mean the spiders. Keep your shirt on, Sonny. I'm talking about those ghosts that came out of nowhere. Well, this time the paranormal signals seem stronger. We better play it safe and send you in to investigate. As usual, I'll be watching your progress and guiding you from here. Look lively! Why can't Luigi walk to the mansion? Well, that's because the bunker is located quite a distance away, and depending on where the mansion you're going to is, it's easier just to be pixelated to the mansion's location. As you've seen undoubtedly with all the different security cameras all over the place. So, there you go. That would be the reason why Luigi can't just simply walk to each mansion. Okay, alright Luigi, mark the locations of the ghosts on the map. Alright, first ghost set is located over here in the tool shed, and it doesn't look like anywhere else. And just like with the first mansion, as I mentioned previously, no ghost will ever spawn in the boss arena. You can't even go up there anyway, so there you go. That is something worth mentioning. Here, buddy. Alright, triple capture. I was hoping that would have been enough suction power to finish that big guy off too. More ghosts about, my boy. Check the map and show them what for. And they're on the 4th floor. Where on the 4th floor? All the way to the frickin' left. Great. Okay, good to know. But just to make sure, yes, they are on the 4th floor. I thought they were also on the 3rd floor, but whatever. At least no one can break into the mansion anymore, and plus the game developers think the cool animations for them to be teleported. I agree with you there, Super Colex, as well as you, GG. Alright, let's keep moving. At least the good news is, according to the guide that I was looking at before, if you happen to have missed any gems throughout the course of exploring the mansion, bonus missions are like the best opportunity to hunt them down, because you'll have free reign throughout most of the mansion. So in other words, you'll be able to get access to all the gems all at once. I think that's how it works. So if you're not feeling up to collecting gems during your first run during any given mission, you can always wait till the bonus ones. I think that's how it works. Never really thought much about it, but here we are. Okay, I'm gonna deal with you first. Gimme. Hey, buddy. How about you get into the vacuum? I want to take you on a journey. Let me take you for a ride. It's quite fun, trust me. go. That takes care of that room. On to the next one. Next. Oh, I love the funny little joke glasses right there. That's pretty funny, not gonna lie. It's also kind of funny, too, that they also act as sunglasses. So, in other words, they'll protect them against the initial flashlight. So, there you go. Oh, God damn it! Get out of there, damn it! Just got too close to the slime. Dang it. Oh, well. Oh my god. Flash them first, you dingus. Okay, where to next? More still? Why are they back there? Okay, they're still on the 4th floor, thank God. So, not too far off from where we are. And just like I mentioned during the Gloomy Manor bonus mission, each spawn location of these ghosts are randomized. So they can appear from virtually anywhere. So in other words, there is a very real possibility that they can appear on multiple floors. Damn you! Okay, I should take care of the big shovel guy first. Okay, that takes care of you. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit again.
Oh, yeah.
Nice! Okay, where's the next set? Of course, 2nd floor. 2nd floor and the 1st floor. Dang it. Should have known there would have been more that spawned down below, but thankfully it is in my direct path, so at least I'm not running all across the frickin' mansion. You know what I mean? Like, running back and forth. Kind of like in that one episode of The Simpsons where Homer Simpson went to New York, and he had to run across the Twin Towers just to go to the bathroom. Dang it. That one ghost just had to ruin my frickin' plans. Okay. He's done. Oh! Almost didn't see that. I sure seem to be getting caught in these things quite often. Not a big fan of that. I really hate that about myself right now. I guess that's what I get for trying to go too fast. It ain't a big deal. Like I said, if you are running low on health, you will get a better... There will be additional health spawn opportunities, so it's not the end of the world if you're running low on health. Just if they don't spawn, in which case, oh dear. Just oh dear, that's all I really have to say about that. Okay, that worked out. I don't know how I missed the first time, but whatever. Alright, mission complete. Very nicely done. Gotta say, that was pretty efficient. Okay, Gad, anytime now. Can you call me? Call me, maybe? Thank you. Good lord.
Hello?
That's the last of them, Luigi. Hopefully you did it fast enough so we don't get another event like this anytime soon. Come on back now. Sure thing. Thanks, Professor.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna guess this is a 2-star just because of the amount of health I lost, and that's really about it. Nope, still a 3-star. Nice!
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Sweet. Definitely happy about that, and I'm definitely glad that we made some really good progress. And it only took us roughly 3 hours and 18 minutes. Somewhere around that ballpark. Overall, not bad at all, in the very least. I knew I could count on you, Luigi. Good job. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're starting to enjoy this gig. Yep, beneath that fragile, quivering exterior lies a daring thrill seeker with a heart of gold. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? But he does know when it's time to put on his big boy pants and face his fears. And that's something I have to give Luigi credit for. Absolutely. When the going gets tough, he knows when it's time to charge in like a raging bull. Anywho, where were we? Yes, ghosts. Always with the ghosts. What I still don't understand is where all these ghosts are coming from. The periscope doesn't detect them until they're here, so I can't trace their origin. Well, they're gone now, so let's get back to our quest. Sounds good. And like I said, Haunted Towers is now fully completed. Of course, we didn't get 3 stars on every single mission because, well, I'm not exactly the best gamer 5 ever, but hey, it is what it is. And I have to say, we made some really great progress today, so I'll take that as a win. So, with that, folks, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and call it here for today because, like I mentioned earlier on, one mansion or one area per session is a really good idea. It just helps better organize things and just keeps things nice and tidy. That way we're not confusing people who watch this stream playthrough later down the line. So with that, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with more Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time we'll be heading into Old Clockworks, take care of all the gems, find all the booze, suck up more ghosts, find another piece of the Dark Moon, and progress that much further into the game, and also figure out how the hell it is that King Boo was even able to shatter the Dark Moon in the first place, and also figure out how the heck Mario even got captured again by King Boo, and how we're going to be able to go about saving him once more. If it ain't one thing, that's another. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.